G'day fellas and welcome to a casted game. Spawning in over on the east side of the map, playing as the Abbasid dynasty in the color red, it is Hut. And on the south side of the map, playing in the color blue as the Mongols, ladies and gentlemen, it is Beastie Cutie. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is a best of 3, the grand finals for the group stage for this week's Road to Red Bull Wololo Legacy. I'm not sure exactly which group this is. Normally there's 8 groups, but this is the grand final, which means these two guys are the best of the best. They've made it all the way through, and they're going to be fighting it out for a chance at participating in tomorrow's main event. Now, for anybody wondering, Hut still yet to qualify for the Red Bull Wololo, happening in October or later this year in October. I said October, right? Yeah, October. I'll spam it a few more times just so you guys really get the message. Yeah, Hut is trying his best to get a spot there. Obviously, 16 people. Beastie Cutie has well and truly established himself at the table there. Hut yet to do so. So perhaps if Hut is able to pull one over Beastie here today, then he is going to be looking a lot better with regard to that. But a pretty decent matchup here for both of these players. Abbasid against Mongols. I remember back in the day, this used to be a bit of a classic. Not as popular as it was before, but still, I think it's a pretty decent matchup for the Abbasid dynasty. I suspect that what we're going to be having is early aggression out of Beastie. I haven't actually checked what Beastie's up to or what he's got going on in his base. I would suspect early aggression. Probably look to try and idle the gold mine. And then the question's where's the stone mine? And it's on the backside. So it's a very awkward spot to get to, but there's a really good outpost spot here that's going to deny both of these stone mines. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do see an outpost. This is actually an incredibly good outpost because it also denies this berry patch as well up towards the north. Other alternative is that he's going to have to come down towards the south. There is another stone outcropping down here. That second TC for Hut going to be really important. Let's take a look at Beastie and see what he's got up to, though. It's just going to be a stable opening out from him. Something that you don't often see, a stable opening coming out of the Mongols. Seems like, I feel like it might be a little bit delayed, and we've now got the Gur moving out. Take a look at this Gur positioning as well. Beautiful little spot here. He's got the Gur sitting on the gold, and then there's also the deer right next to it. This is the stuff dreams are made of right here. Very, very nice. 2 villagers moving out as well, 2 by 2. And now those horsemen making their way out across the map. Villager already moved up. He's not even going to be looking to try and idle the villagers on the gold. In fact, he might actually move in with the horsemen on the gold. I think that's probably the best bet for him. Horseman just chilling out for the moment. Beastie making a little bit of a mistake, but I think you bring the horseman in here, idle the gold, and then at the same time, yeah, beautiful outpost positioning here. Now, Hut might be able to spot this. Oh, God, it's pixel perfect, and you wouldn't expect anything less from Beastie Cutie. I mean, he's just so on the ball when it comes to stuff like this, and once again, looking to get that pixel perfect outpost placement. You know, had it been a pixel forward more, maybe I reckon he could have maybe got another half a tile on that. But then there's villagers that just run out and try and dish out the damage. Horseman now moving through, going to force those villagers to idle. He's got the age up already in queue. Wheelbarrow can technically be researched, but he realizes that, look, I'm not going to be able to get that wheelbarrow up. So he's just going to save it for his fresh foodstuffs, maybe for his spearman upgrade as well, potentially. Scout moving around the back of the enemy base. It is just a single scout opening here as well from Hut. By the same token, single scout opening for Beastie. We didn't see him do anything other than the Khan, so both players looking to stick with it. Single horseman sieging down the mining camp. Other horseman moving up towards the stone. He knows exactly what Hut is going to be going for, and we see it's an early barracks coming down for Hut. So already some interesting stuff, and look at this nice little cute wall. So I guess my question is, how does Hut deal with this? Because I mean, you can try and take this outpost out. Any investment that you do, it's going to be significantly greater than the investment that the Mongol player used to get it there. So obviously we've seen the horsemen come out. Now the stable's going to get used. But look at this, another outpost coming down from Beastie. Good luck getting that one up, mate. He's got plenty of line of sight there. I reckon he's got a better chance getting an outpost here. Doesn't really achieve much, though. He's going to go for a second one, bit down, back a little bit further. Villager going to be spotted out, though. Now he knows what is up. The outpost is there. Hut, unfortunately. I think in this matchup, especially, if you're playing this as the Abbasid dynasty, you just got to know. You just got to know. And speaking of got to know, is it just me, or is the music really loud right now? I feel like the music is pumping up. I mean, I can see my levels a little bit higher than the music, but still. Damn. You know, normally we're complaining about the music not being loud enough, or, you know, not even being there. We'll check back in with Beastie, though. See exactly how he's doing. I'm just throwing up whether I want to turn this music down. Do I turn it down real quickly? I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to turn it down real quick. All right, settings. audio. We're just turning it down. It's blasting my ears, and I'm like, if it's blasting my ears, it's blasting your guys' ears. All right, there we go. There we go. We're good. We're good. Much better. Now I can't hear it at all. Second outpost coming up, though, for Beastie. Great little spot he's got over here. Going to be the deer stones back at home. Going to be able to cover the wood line, covers the gold mine, covers the gur completely with the deer as well. Of course, as the name would allude to, the deer stones. But my question is what do we see from Hut here? It looks like it's going to be a heavy investment in wood, so he is probably going to be focusing on taking down this outpost and then securing up the stone mine with lots of villagers on stone. Now, one of the things he could look to do is just bust it with a whole bunch of vills. Something that I don't think a lot of players really give credit to. Beastie's not up yet to the next stage, so he doesn't have arrow slits in. There's only one Mongol horseman that's in here. We do see two more running up now towards that position. Feudal Age comes through. Arrow slit's going to be coming through any second now for Beastie, I'm sure. And there's the villagers. So indeed, it is going to be a bust. It reminds me of StarCraft. It's that classic bunker bust. And now we've got the horseman moving into position. Villagers going to be coming out. He's got 12 villagers here pulled. And look at the siege damage that's coming out here. Hut going to be able to absolutely milk this milk. I don't know if that's the right term, but you can see for the moment the outpost is not focusing down any of the units. There's no losses of villagers right there. He's able to now secure up the stone outcropping. 10 villagers here. Do we have wheelbarrow through just yet? We don't have wheelbarrow through just yet, so it's going to take 3 cycles of these villagers to get enough. But Hut has obviously been slowed down, but the question is going to be whether he's actually been really put off the game plan. And now we see Spears looking to try and defend on those villagers. Fortunately, the ram gets cancelled. I think that's a good idea. I genuinely don't think you need a ram. Ram, probably a bit of a waste here. It's probably just better going after this villager. The villager's so damn annoying, just moving around the base of his enemy. Just dropping outpost however he sees fit. We'll tune back in with Beastie, see how he's doing. Doesn't actually look like Beastie is going for any kind of Castle Age. Something that I did not expect. Instead, going to be going into archers. We see double archer production coming out. Archers coming out 2x2. Hurrah. We also have wheelbarrow coming through, so definitely a bit more of a feudal age play here. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. It feels like you're not really playing into the strengths of the Mongols if you're looking to play in the feudal age. But now we see that second town center going to be coming down very, very risky here from Hut. I don't think he realizes that Beastie is going to be playing that feudal age, and now with the archers pushing up, there is a potential for a big opening here. Hut going to be losing out some spears, and if he loses out the spears, then the villagers may potentially go down. He's got a lot of vills out here. 10 villagers looking to try and get this one up. Still focusing down the majority of the horsemen. Number 1 goes down. He's still got a couple left over. Still going to get some good trades. Villagers are going to be able to get the town center up, and now it's going to be on Beastie to actually deny this out. Fortunately, it looks like that villager, oh my lord, they all make it out alive. Very well played right there by Hut. So he's got the second TC up. No way, don't tell me he's going for a third TC. What an absolute madman if he's actually doing this. He's got enough resources for it. There's no way you're getting feudal pressured like this and you go for a third TC. But he's doing it. He's actually doing it. This isn't a misclick. This is intentional. Unless he's going for arrow slits or something, but he's walling up like crazy. You're telling me that you're getting feudal pressured. You've seen the feudal pressure coming out and you go, your response is 3 TCs. All right, good luck to the guy. Good luck to him. Wall gonna get denied out here. Unfortunately, that villager a little bit too late there. Did try his best to get it up, but unfortunately not gonna be happening. We do see the 11 food is on the ground there as well. A couple of little berries by the looks of it. And now that villager. Where's that villager? There it is. Finally, that outpost on the hill is gonna be coming up. Bit of an awkward spot here on this deer hunt. Really, really unfortunate. Deer hunt up on the hill. And then the entrance to the hill is on the other side of the base. Literally the worst possible side of Hut's base. I mean, maybe this could have been the worst side here. But this is just very, very ugly. And it really sucks. I mean, compare that over to Beastie, who literally had a hunt on a gold mine. Like, man. You hate to see it. You really do. It sucks as well because the map that we're playing on, it is Lipany. But it's actually the Road to Red Bull Wololo Lipany. Which is meant to be a map that is, much better than the standard Lipany. And when I say meant to be, I mean it is much better than the standard Lipany, but it's meant to be even better, without stuff like that happening. But now we've got ourselves another town center going down, and Beastie probably scratching his head saying, what the hell is going on? How many town centers does this guy want? I know he's playing the Abbasid dynasty, but this is just insanity. The fact that Hut right now is fighting up against Beastie pushing in the second age. It's a feudal push before 10 minutes here. And Hut's just like, yeah, I don't really care, man. I'm just going to keep making TCs. it doesn't look like Hut is going to be making any more TCs than what he's got now. So it's just going to be the 3 TCs for Hut. Just the 3 TCs for Hut. Yeah, you know, as opposed to like the 7 or 8 that Abbasid typically go. Right, guys? Jeez Louise. Scout in a good position here. Going to be spotting most of the stuff. Doesn't see the age up, though. I think he saw the age up cancel. Or was that a blacksmith? That kind of looks like a blacksmith to me. I think there was a blacksmith cancel. So seeing that blacksmith cancel, rather, that would be indicative of that your enemy was thinking about playing heavy feudal age. But then when they cancel that, it's like, nope, they're not. They're going castle. So he could definitely assume from here, Hut could, that Beastie is going up. And we'll now see that step read out. He'll get confirmation. Age ups come through. Castle age at 10 minutes 44. Hut's going to be sacking a scout by the looks of it. If all these villagers jump in, he'll definitely be sacking this. But I mean, he's already got the horsemen following, so I suspect it will be sacked. But Blacksmith now coming up on the other side here of the Uvu. Step it out, moving forward to the front side. Beautiful little spot here for that step it out, and at the same time, Beastie just working around this angle. It's a very awkward base, though, isn't it? The way that Beastie has to come all the way around like this just doesn't feel right. But now Hut going to be looking to siege down that outpost. He should be able to get it. Battering rams in here as well. Horsemen together with the spearmen. And this is what I love to see out of Hut. This composition is just one of my favorite at the moment in the game. It's so damn strong, especially for the Abbasid dynasty, with the fact that they've got access to the phalanx ability. Enables the range of the spearmen to be increased. And it means that they're able to get more spears in the actual fight, dishing out damage, especially that second line of spearmen. So you combine it with a huge mass of horsemen like this, and it really starts getting hefty. Now we can see that more outposts are coming up for Beastie. He's maintaining pretty decent line of sight. Another one up towards the north, just adding in sprinkled emplacements now. He's only got the normal emplacement on this one. I don't even think Hut saw this. It looked like he moved into attack range, but indeed he did not. More troops moving up towards that north side. More outposts coming up. Beastie being absolutely relentless. Perhaps it was a decent idea to go with that battering ram. But now that horseman going to be moving in towards the woodline. A lot of villagers back here. 19 with another 5 on the bottom side. We don't have a chop through. No, we're not even going to need it. The archer's just going to be moving forward. If a sprinkled emplacement comes through on this outpost, it could be quite a devastating blow here for Hut. We'll check in with Beastie on the other side of the map as the counterattack is on. Hut is not interested in dealing with this army that has just got full mobility, obviously, with the Yam network. It's going to have increased movement speed, and then you throw into account the Khan as well, going to be pumping out that maneuver arrow. There's just really no point in trying to deal with that. There's just so much movement speed that it's got. So you may as well just look for a counterattack and force your enemy back that way, and that's exactly what he does. But now we see that sprinkled emplacement coming through on the outpost. Unit's not really anywhere to be seen. You can see he's got horsemen standing by. His battering ram moving out. Beastie will spot this in just a pixel. There it is. Battering ram moving out towards this outpost on the front line. But unfortunately, the horsemen going to be able to clean this up completely, I suspect. They do get a bonus up against siege. An extra 10 damage. And he gets stuck there against the tree line. No step bros. Nowhere to help out, unfortunately. And the battering ram does go down. So it means that the villagers are going to have to move out from this position. He's going to have to head to his secondary wood line. So not a huge loss here, realistically. But now has become aware of that next outpost. So could definitely move down towards his south side to posture. We'll check in with Hut. We'll see how he's doing on the villager count. Villager count at 62. Beastie at 44. But he's going to start picking up those relics if he hasn't already. And indeed, there are still 5 relics on the map. But we now see a relic getting picked up. There it is. Spearmen as well as horsemen. Continuing to fight. Oh, this is not good. Beastie, watch out. We were talking a little bit about Step Bro, and now all of a sudden he's got himself up on the top side here. There is absolutely no way out for these archers. Now, to be fair, it's not a huge loss. He's up in the castle age. Typically, your Mongol composition, it's going to be either a very heavy infantry composition or no infantry at all. And it feels to me like Beastie might be doing a little bit of a mix of both. Let's see. He's got the men-at-arms coming out and crossbows, so not going to be going into veteran archers. So realistically, not a huge loss for him here. But curious decision to be going into crossbows already when realistically your enemy can't even make armored units. And now those archers, rather now those villagers going to be moving out to clean up this outpost. One of the villagers has gone down. Second villager is going to go down, but hold the phone. We got a Lancer running in as well, just minding its own business. There we go. Now the Lancer, geez Louise, havoc all over this map. Up towards the north. And now we've got more units jumping inside that outpost. They're going to get all scrambled for breakfast. Look at that. Wolf getting in on the action. Beastie managing to make it away. Khan also going to be there as well. Knight manages to get killed by the spearmen as well as the villagers. They've got their daggers out. You know they mean business when there's daggers out. Men-at-arms and crossbows Looking to push through the wall coming up for Hut. Whether it's going to come up on time, that's another question to be answered. Spears continuing. Managed to take out the horseman. Doesn't go down. Men at arms and crossbows stalling out for the moment. Hut still in age 2. Yet to age up. We'll take a look at his base and see whether we've got anything in the queue. It doesn't seem like it. Hut really not interested. Just happy to play it out in the feudal. One of the few civs that can do it, the Abbasid dynasty. They've got a lot of great things going for them. Number 1, obviously, the failing spears. We've talked about that already. Number 2 is the camel archer. We haven't seen any camel archers out on the field just yet. But once they do make their appearance, it's going to be a very effective counter to cavalry and men-at-arms everywhere around the world. And of course, plenty of outposts coming up on this map, Lipany. It is a map that the Abbasid dynasty absolutely love because they get that berry bonus. And now, the siege on the Uvu going to be starting as the sacred sites do get captured. Look at this. Hut absolutely on the ball, just spots this one out immediately. Scout going to go down as well. Beastie going to be playing without vision, and take a look at that. Beastie with absolutely no vision. He also gets a mangonel out, and you got to start to wonder why. We've got full melee composition coming out from his opponent, and Beastie goes for a mangonel. He's gone for crossbows as well. It feels like Beastie is somewhat on autopilot right now. He's gone for crossbows against a civilization that doesn't get any melee or any armored unit in the second age. And now a second mangonel coming out for Beastie. This to me is absolutely crazy. I can't believe what is Beastie up to. I guess he's just playing towards that idea of, you know, what you're... I feel like he's... I don't know. It feels like he's not really thinking. That's the way it feels to me. But now Spearman, as well as the Horseman, going to be coming in. Mangonel tries to get a shot off. It's going to go absolutely wide. Mangonel 1 and 2 both go down. Crossbows getting cleaned up here by the Spears. Don't you love to see that? Now Spears in the middle of the map looking to meet it off. And we see the Armor Arrow going to be coming off, providing a nice little boost of armor. An increase of 2 to be exact. Still the Horseman just running, rampaging through the back line. Crossbows going to get absolutely melted as soon as the Horsemen decide to stop attacking the men-at-arms. There we go. Still got his... let's check in on the upgrades that he's got. He's got +2 ranged armor. That's a pretty impressive amount of tech that he's got there. But +2 ranged armor against what? There's not a single ranged unit out here. This is the big thing. You know, Beastie's basically just playing on autopilot right now, not really looking at his enemy's unit composition. Everything that Beastie's done, to me, indicates that he thought he was going to be up against ranged armored units. He's gone for mangonels. He's gone for +2 ranged armor. He's gone for crossbows. Yet, we don't see any of those things out on the field for his enemy. It is just, to me, it seems like a little bit of a throw. Maybe it's definitely not intentional, obviously. Beastie wants to win, because at the end of the day, money's on the line, and you guys know money is king. Money trumps all. Hut now, looking to age up. Beautiful economy behind this, up to 93 villages. Hut is doing very well. 52 villages for Beastie. Now, he's picked up relics as well. That's a consideration to make. We'll take a look and see whether we can find that monastery. There it is. 2 relics at the moment. There's 1, 2, 3 relics out on the field. We did see that shaman get taken out a little bit earlier, as that central relic does eventually get picked up again for Beastie. That's going to be the 3rd one coming in. But obviously, the Abbasid dynasty, they don't really mind. They don't really mind a... They do not mind losing out the relics, as long as they've got 1 in their base, in which they do. But now that Trebuchet has unpacked, Beastie going to be starting to build that trench. You know, we talk about trenches quite a bit. Typically, what you're going to be seeing in those trenches are these large outpost masses, exactly like what we've got here. A huge amount of springling placements, and then more siege behind this. And that's exactly what Beastie's going for now. You can see the 2nd Trebuchet going to be coming out. Shaman actually looking to snipe away that relic. Villagers get their daggers out. They say, hey, where do you think you're going, buddy? Villagers with their +1 attack, by the way. Now, he's got to be careful. He might actually lose these villagers. Shaman trying its best to sneak this one out of here. Let's see if the villager's going to be able to pull this one off or not. It is indeed a bit of a heist coming through. Wallalol coming down. Villagers make their way out just in time. They got to turn around, though. They got to turn around. Everyone's just forgotten about each other. We hear the relic on the last one. That is the 5th relic now, picked up by Beastie. He's forgotten about this shaman. You can see the daggers are out for the villagers. And they're going to force that shaman to, unfortunately, go down. But hold on a minute. Hold your horses, because we got horses coming on in at the same time. We got an attack on the front side. Spearmen as well as horsemen moving through. Villagers on the back line, trying to take out the Trebuchet. Looks like he will be successful here. Spring on emplacement firing off towards those horsemen. You can see the traction trebuchet almost surviving there. One going to be up, but look at the amount of units coming out. So many veteran spearmen with these phalanx upgrades. He's looking so strong, so damn pretty. Lancer now hitting the gold mine here. Relic did indeed go down on that shaman, but on the front line, Beastie going to be losing a lot of power, a lot of momentum. A lot of, I feel like I'm quoting the doc right there. Power, momentum, speed. Yes, it is indeed Dr. Disrespect who's casting here. But Lancer going to force those villagers back. No real response here. +2 ranged armor going to prevent any significant damage from the TC. If there's a silver lining to getting that +2 ranged attack, or ranged armor rather, it is going to be that you've got plenty of survival capability up against that TC. Outpost going to be going down here, not looking to repair it up. Trebuchet turning its attention towards the walls now. As once again, Hut looks to try and get more walls in, but the villagers just going down non-stop. 103 versus 57 vills. Massive difference here. Veteran spearmen looking to neutralize the sacred site on the south side. A little bit of a spear raid coming through as well. You love to see it. 10 attack on those bad boys, so it's not terrible. And once again, this Lancer just coming in. Just a simple wall across here would create so much, I guess, alleviate so much pressure. Probably the best way to say it. It would definitely alleviate the pressure, but this guy right here, he's got to be up to like 12, 14 kills right now. 58 vills versus 89. My lord, that's a lot of villagers that have gone down. In the last minute, we've lost 15 villagers on Hut's side. I'm genuinely impressed at this 3 TC play, though, from Hut. This has been super, super impressive. Trebuchet now coming out in response for Hut. He's also looking to go into Springhooks. Villagers on this gold vein are going down. Hut just ignoring it. He's like, I don't mind. Treb trying to do a little bit of defense there for the villagers. They say, get back away from my villagers. But now those spearmen moving up once again. Looking to come through on the backside. Traction Trebuchet is here. There are villagers standing by, potentially to take it out. Let's see if they're able to do it. They're focused. They're looking to zoom in on that Traction Trebuchet, but unfortunately, they do all go down before the Traction Trebuchet manages to lose its life. Plenty of gold mines up here, gold veins. This gold vein's literally in the base here of Hut. I mean, by the same token, Beastie's got a gold vein in his base as well. It's kind of wild, isn't it? Like, very, very safe gold mine. Like, you can literally just play this one out in your base. Not too much of a threat. Looks like that stone or that boulder did go wide. Let's see if he gets this one off. Here we go. Next shot being reloaded. It's a hit. All right, the outposts go down. Now in the center of the map, it looks like a bit of a counter raid coming through. Lancers moving through. +1 upgrades all around. Beastie on the other side. Still only that +2 ranged attack. Or ranged defense, rather. Spearmen working together with the men-at-arms. Going to be able to hold on for the moment. Do we see a second TC coming through from Beastie? Indeed we do. Second TC now coming up for Beastie on the backside. No trade, obviously. He's playing as the Mongols. Trade, a rarity despite having a trade landmark. Shaman going to be triggering the sacred site, but nothing happening too much. A little bit of a pause right now, in a little bit of a lull in the action as the Lancer does actually find some villagers down here as it continues on towards the edge of the map. Unfortunately for Beastie, but keep on the north side. Up on the sacred site. Beastie trying to deny it. It looks doubtful that it might get up. There's so many units up here. He tries to get the surround on the vills. Keep going to be going up. It's sitting at about 90%. He's holding on for dear life, but the villagers, unfortunately, aren't going to be able to get it up. The keep is denied. Hut in a little bit of a bad spot on this north side of the map. With the keep now being sieged down by Beastie. He's looking to try and run vills out here, but I tell you what, there's no way you're getting them through this mass. Just too many damn units. He's now looking to get a quick wall up there. That's a throwaway of 800 stone. Now, he could cancel that, and he does indeed cancel it. Mongol Bounty goes over to him. More villagers going out. So many just annoying little one Lancer raids coming through from Beastie. Such a great job of doing this. He's notorious for doing it. The consequence of having such a high APM is you could just throw out these raids all the time. Just a single Lancer here, a single Lancer there, and you can just remember it. It is very, very impressive. But now the crossbow spearman combo coming out strong. One of the best combos in the game at the moment. Crossbow spearman. You can be pretty safe against pretty much everything going this composition. Veteran archers is the one way to counter it, but obviously Mangonel is going to be a big threat against that. So it makes it very difficult to deal with this composition. Sacred site neutralized on the south side, up towards the north. It maintains its presence though. Stone walls now coming up as well. Also looking to drop down keeps in the base. Keep in mind this gold vein's got 7k left on it. He's got another one up here with 4k on it. I don't know where he's been gathering his gold, but I tell you what, He's just got plenty of it in safe numbers. He's actually moving out on the map now. Let's see if we can spot some more of these villages. There we go. It's just going to be on this main big gold mine. And now Stonewall's coming across the map. Hart looking to play out the late game the correct way. Looking to try and control the narrative. You know those annoying one Lancer raids we've been seeing? Well, this is how you stop them right here. You get some stone walls up. And this is beautiful from Hart. Looking to clean this up. We'll check in over on the base of Beastie and see how he's doing. As he is under attack in the middle one. Once again, another one Lancer raid coming through here. Beastie on 71 villages at the moment. 123 population compared to 184 from Hart. 104 economic units. That is a huge difference. And now Hart, obviously, huge mass here. Looking to push out. He's got plenty of food in the bank as well. He's done his farm transition all the way through 25 minutes. It's a little bit late on the farm transition, but that's exactly what you'd expect on a map like Lipany, with plenty of berries out there on the map, despite that one on the front side. And look at this veteran spearman, unfortunately, going to be losing his life. A nice little attempt here. Sprinkle emplacement going to be doing more than enough to prevent that from really happening. And now we've got an Imperial Age from Beastie, the White Stupa, going to be dropped down on the backside here. Didn't expect that one coming through from Beastie. He is quite behind when it comes to population, so this is a ballsy play. What does he really get from this? I mean, he could go into, I guess realistically, he could go into elite archers, but that's about it. I can't see any other way that he holds on. Mangonels on the south side. Plenty of Shaman down here. He's got 8 Shaman. Mangonel's getting a shot off, trying their best to go on the back. Oh my god, it's a big shot on the back line. We enter into the cinematic mode because right now there's a chance that Beastie may potentially tap out of this game. But it looks like the hold's going to be pretty decent. Beastie holding on for dear life. Things looking good for the Beast at the moment. Imperial hold, strong. Crossbow's going to be getting out of here. And for the moment, it looks like Beastie manages to hold despite being an age up. Decent little hold there from him. Villager count still climbing. 72 up against 116. A 44 difference. Still that relic towards the north yet to be picked up. 4 relics for the Beastie. 3, or rather 0 over on the side of Hut. Age up now coming through for Hut. It's going to be that military wing that we would expect. There is always access to a trading post in the north of the map. Could look to put down a market on this eastern side as well. Beautiful map, this Lipany. I'm loving this Lipany generation. Very, very nice. Walls are well and truly up on the south side of the base here for Hut. So this is looking really good for Hut. And you can see he's got plenty of units behind the wall. He's completely walled in, actually, with the exception of this one little spot. There's one little spot, and it is guarded by a keep. And Beastie knows that. At least it seems like Beastie knows that, as that's exactly where he goes. Could look for a chop through. Don't think he's going to get it. Outpost goes down. Imperial Age about to come through now. Another palisade wall going to be coming through. Hut realizes, hold on a minute, we don't have a stone wall here. Imperial Age is reached. Let's take a look and see the upgrades that come through for Hut. +1 on the mining, +2 on the food gathering, +2 on the wood gathering. And then we see elite horsemen. Going to be the way that he goes. I suspect we're going to see elite spears coming through as well. Boot camp, +2 melee, improved processing. He's getting all the upgrades right now. And now, this is the position that Beastie doesn't want to be. You're in the Imperial Age up against arguably the best Imperial Age civilization that there is. The Abbasid dynasty is just renowned for its power in the Imperial Age. There's a lot of really good reasons why they're strong in the Imperial Age. One of them is, of course, the Spearmen, the Phalanx Spearmen. Incredibly strong. But the other big one is the Camel Archer. Now, we haven't seen any Camel Archers out on the field yet. They've also got a lot of great unique technologies like healing centers, which is going to be coming in shortly, which will enable him to heal up all of this army, and you can fight underneath your keeps. That way you can survive against those mangonel shots. Elite horsemen now coming through. Calm down, Abbasid, guys. I know you guys love to yell. And now we've got all 3 sacred sites taken by Beastie. Beastie going to be attempting to go for a sacred victory here. We can see him starting to add in a few outposts up towards the north side now, but those horsemen going to be preventing that from really happening. We see the central sacred site being neutralized, and Beastie's military. Where is the military for Beastie? Just chilling out in the base for the moment. I think he definitely knows he's on the back foot up against the Imperial Age Abbasid dynasty. Never a position that you really want to be. Now that central sacred site has indeed been taken. Beastie moving out with a few more units. We'll take a look and see what upgrades he's got. Veteran Spearmen, Men-at-Arms, Lancers. I don't see any elite units in here for Beastie. Beastie's stacking up 5k gold right now with no Imperial upgrades. Villagers going to be fighting up against the elite horsemen. Lancers running back to help out. Beastie doing a little bit of a late transition here into the pastures. We can see him bringing them out, but the food economy definitely seems to be hurting right now for Beastie. We'll take a look at the upgrades. Yeah, you can see right here, he's just got no food economy at all to power any of these upgrades. He needs the food to make units, but also to get the upgrades. He's got plenty in the bank. You just love to see the market just do a whole bunch of food trading at the moment. Get some of those upgrades in. You know, one of the key things for going to Imperial Age is getting those elite upgrades. If you forget those upgrades, you're going to be behind on a huge amount of health, a huge amount of damage. And as a consequence, those numbers really start to boost up, because you remember, if you've got a horseman that's got an extra 30, 40 health on it, then all of a sudden it's surviving and dealing damage for that 30 or 40 health as well. It means that it's going to be 30 or 40 health before you start working on the next horseman. And now it's going to be 80 health before you work on the next one. And you can see just how quickly it starts to build up. So it's really important to get those elite upgrades in. 25 vills for Beastie. Moving away from this eastern side of the map. He's sitting on 82 at the moment compared to the 128 of Hut. Hut looking very solid. Still yet to neutralize this sacred site. He's taken out the 2 in the north. The 1 in the south still stands strong for Beastie though. Full wall has come through finally. So Hut is walled in completely now with stone walls. And this is not an enviable position for his opponent. Actually, I take that back. I was looking at a different part of the map. It's a similar but different part of the map. Still yet to see stone walls up here, and he's actually chopping through over here, so there could be the potential for some sort of landmark snipe from Beastie. Elite upgrades now coming through. We see veteran camel archers. That is a sign of things to come. Also, incendiary arrows going to be coming through for Hut. Crossbow numbers looking very healthy. Elite horsemen here. More of them running around the back. Beastie trying to pick up this little raid. Horseman, fortunately, going to be able to survive. He sacrifices a couple. Gets him out. And we do see stables down on the south side. A little bit of a proxy. A little bit of a hidden base, potentially. Doesn't want his enemy to know that what his intentions are. Right back on board with the Beastie. The Beastie. I keep calling him the Beastie because the beast, you know? Like, he is the beast. And, well, that's not good. But you know what? Want to know what else isn't good? Those mangonels. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out! Villagers. Oh, a huge amount of damage coming through. Massive damage on the villagers. They're going to try their best to run out. And fortunately, oh my lord, those mangonels really get a good connection there. Oh my lord. I love that line. Watch out, watch out, watch out. I was watching some WWE and oh man, it's the best. The RKO. Oh, I can't stop, dude. Every time I get the chance, you know I'm screaming, watch out. Oh, I want to make that my catchphrase. I feel like, you know, you can't really force a catchphrase, but it's just so damn iconic. It's such a great meme. Now another raid going to be coming through. Beastie going to be trying to defend this position on 161 population. He's got plenty of resources in the bank. The only question is going to be production. Where's the production for Beastie? It doesn't look like he's training anything at the moment. Might be a little bit off his game today, it feels like. He's got double bombard out, double mango out as well. Beautiful infantry mass, but just doesn't seem to be training a lot of units here. We'll take a look at the production. You can see he's got 4 stables, now training some lancers, 4 barracks, be training spearmen, and a single archery range. Not a lot of units out for him, though. Max population on the other side, Hut, and he's getting full upgrades. We're getting camel support. Jeez, Hut, calm down, mate. Getting everything. Camel rider shields. Why not? Just get all the upgrades, Hut. Literally every single upgrade. Who the hell gets camel rider shields? The next thing I know, you're going to be going to the freaking... You're going to be going for the trade wing, mate. This is ridiculous. He could also go for faith. I don't think he would, but he could. Get some of those real Wallalols coming through. Oh, look at the healing centers. Oh, my lord, look at the healing centers. Get those bad boys over there. Heal up everybody. Heal up all the units. You can see how he's got them all spread out in a single group here. This looks a little bit awkward, Hut. Has he literally just gone, like, Control A and then just, like, put them all in the same group? All right, there we go. I think he's moving them now a little bit closer there. The healing circle comes through. Much better, much better. All right, well, elite army tactics coming through as well. Hut, I feel like Hut is just miles ahead in this game. But remember, the Mongol army, a strong army, got a lot of bonuses going for it. Bombards as well as the mangonels firing off towards this army. And we'll enter into the cinematic mode as now Beastie looks to fight on the defensive here. At the same time, we've got the push coming down. Springlets get sniped out by the Springlets at Beastie. The mangonels able to stay alive for now. Beastie looking to hold on a little bit longer. The horsemen just funneling in on the front side. Crossbows on the back. Elite crossbows by the looks of it. We're not yet to see too much damage coming out on them. The mangonels still yet to really fall with a good shot, but now they're hitting the hand cannoneers by the looks of it. Managed to take it out, and Beastie does hold on with a pretty decent little defense here, despite being down in population. Mangonels still firing out. Lancers chasing these units away. We hear calls towards the other side of the map as echoes of raids from many a time past go on, but it looks like everything's been cleaned up. And now, Hut going to be on the defensive. Beastie going to be going up against elite camel riders. The camel rider shields are here. Oh my lord, look at the camels. He's actually going full camels. Look at the camels that he's got out right now. He's got 15 elite horsemen, camel riders, and camel archers in the queue. There's literally camel everything right now. I feel like I'm at a Saudi supermarket. There's so many camel products. A little bit of a run around on the south side. Mangonels might be in trouble. Indeed, those camel archers do indeed make it through, rather the camel riders. They've got a lot of damage on them, and keep in mind they're going to be debuffing all the cavalry here, and now Hut going to be featuring that infamous Abbasid Imperial Age. Look at the damage just coming out of these units. So damn strong, so damn cost efficient. Elite Camel Archer in particular, such a notoriously good unit. So damn strong, able to just clean house here. And that economy, that powerhouse of an economy behind this is just constantly sending units to the front line. We see Culverin's in queue, and good game gets called. Beastie Cutie going to be tapping out in this first game. A little bit of a Hut set right there. A little bit of an upset there, ladies and gentlemen. Hut pulling out the first game in this best of 3 series. The next game coming up, it'll be game number 2 in this series. Fellas, don't go anywhere. It is coming right up.